I think somewhere along the lines, you lost your voice, and you lost your voice because you lost trust in yourself. And I'm saying this because I've now coached over 40 women in my cohort group who, at some point, way, shape, or form, has expressed this fear of not trusting themselves or wanting their outcome after their 6 weeks with me to trust themselves enough to stop performing. And this is the piece. When we perform, we're putting on our best representative. We have our minister voice, we have our professional voice, we got our corporate 9 to 5 voice, we got our pay the bills voice, we got all these voices for all these people, places, and spaces. But what if you simply carried the same voice in every single space that you occupied, to the point where you no longer had to perform being anyone besides exactly who you are? This took me well over 100 days of showing up on YouTube to get here because I had it bad. So when I'm telling you this, I am literally speaking from firsthand experience. I lost trust in myself. I followed so many rules. I followed so many strategies. I followed so many steps that other people would create and place in front of me, to the point that I wasn't clear in following my own compass. I didn't have clarity within myself to trust my voice enough, to trust my point of view, to trust my decisions on something, you know? And the thing about all of that is, like, you are a well-accomplished woman. The women in my group, they are high professional, high well accomplished women, just educated, have spent years in their field, years in their craft, right? Even if they aren't working corporate, some are stay-at-home moms. They come with something. They have expertise, they have parenthood experience, they have so many things. And we're an expert in so many other areas of our life, but the one area where we should be an expert at, we're so disconnected, because you turn that camera on and some of y'all freeze. It feels awkward. You feel like you're exposing yourself, and then you start overthinking. And a lot of this happens because you also aren't allowing yourself to be a beginner again. You aren't allowing yourself to be imperfect with something. You aren't allowing yourself to be seen starting, be seen figuring it out, be seen trying, be seen going through the process. And I think that's a part of a grooming. I feel like at some way, shape, or form, we've been groomed, we've been trained to always have it together, always be ready before that meeting, do all your research, come with the data, come T's cross, I's dotted. I think that's definitely something that we've all experienced, myself included, after having spent so many years working in corporate America and managing different teams and different people, right? And it was a big unlearning. There was something about showing up every single day, using my voice, that broke the chains off of my mind. And it wasn't just YouTube, even though YouTube was the tool and YouTube was the avenue that I chose. It was the simple fact that it was dusting off all the debris to get back to who Renee is, to get back to my true, actual identity, to get back to finding clarity and trust in myself, and trusting my voice enough to know whatever I say lands. I'm not going to re-edit this video. I'm not going to record it 10 more times. I am going to post it, and I am going to keep moving on, because the perfectionism and the perfectionist Renee would have edited. She would have added music. Y'all would have seen globe lights, strobe lights, girl, everybody's lights popping up on these videos. It would have been to the nines, right? At whose standard? Because who's grading my video? I was about to say, who's grading my paper? Who's grading my video? At what standard? You know, that would have just been me constantly moving the goalpost on myself, on my own. And one of the ladies in the group, one of the sessions we had not too long ago, she said something. Someone left a comment under her video, and she shared with us that they basically said, like, oh, I've never heard you like this before. And she has been having so much fun showing up on YouTube consistently and recording these videos because she's actually been reconnecting with herself. She's been finding herself. She's been giving herself permission to be seen. She's been giving herself permission to show up exactly as she is. And this is why I do this the way that I do this, because it's about the path of least resistance. It is not about perfectionism. It's about being so comfortable coming up on here and having conversations. I don't call it content. I have always called it conversations. We are coming on here and we are having conversations that's creating comfort and ease and clarity with exactly who we are. And when you've been, oh girl, Cardi, hold on y'all. You know I'm out here with your dog niece. You're playing fetch and enjoying the sunshine. But when you've learned how to sound like the room needed you to sound, that's when you shut your voice out. That's when you shut your voice down, and that's when you disconnected from yourself completely. And to get back to yourself, you have to build self-trust. You have to start finding peace and comfort in yourself. Stop analyzing yourself. Stop being overtly critical of yourself and just judging yourself. You got to give yourself some space, some love and grace to truly show up as you are. And I said this before, but a lot of the clarity that we get in this journey is through taking action. God is not going to move a parked car. He is not moving a parked car. You have to get in that car and put the keys in the ignition and drive it. He is not going to move it on his own. So when you decide to start showing up and taking action, he can meet you where you are. He can meet you exactly where you are and give you the ability that you need to have to be able to do what you desire to do. I've grown to just be such a firm believer of that. Just over these last 9 months, I'm radically in shock of the woman that I've become in real time. If you followed any parts of this journey, I have so much confidence now. It is crazy, to the point that I stepped outside here and let the humidity mess up my leave out. Okay, this is not okay. This is 2 days old. We gotta fix this. But my confidence has grown, and now because my confidence in who I am has grown, and my trust in what I say has grown, and knowing what I know has grown too. This is why I don't follow scripts, because it would keep me in a box. It would keep me stuck. This is why I build the reps. It's constantly shooting in the gym to practice this and become this type of woman, to become confident, to build a relationship with who you are again, and to quite literally find your voice. Because so many women, high functioning women that are high perfectionist, you're carrying a mask. You're carrying a mask. And your first few videos aren't always exactly who you are, because you have to work through pulling that mask down. You have to work through taking it off to actually sit it on the table, so we can now get to the meat and potatoes of who you actually are. So if you are in the season and space where you are wanting to find your voice again, where you are saying, Renee, I'm ready to be seen, girl. I'm ready to be visible, and I don't want to do it alone. I have the community for you. Build Your First Options Cohort 3 is officially open. Y'all have emailed me. I have had DMs on platforms that I don't check often. I have seen the comments, and I have opened the doors. I cannot wait. This is still coming off of our current cohort that's in session with 30 different ladies. It's just been so magnetic, and it's just been so amazing to see the change in their confidence, right? And it's so amazing once you get to this point of having this internal, this internal peace, this internal confidence about who you are, what can come from that, the doors that can open for that, and how you quite literally create additional options for yourself in your life. Because a lot of y'all have years and years of experience. You have years and years of expertise. You've been doing something for a very long time now, but the one thing that you need to be tending to, you've put on the back burner. And we're picking that up We're dusting your voice off the shelf and we're getting you going so you can get in a position where you can truly start to become the woman that you know you've been called to be, and so you can help the community that you know you've been called to help. Because that's another thing that I've learned. A lot of women in this community space want to create a community. They want to help somebody with something. They want to offer one-on-one coaching or some capacity, right? So let's get you visible, let's get you seen, let's get you heard, and let's get you in front of the people you need to be in front of. So if this cohort is for you, the doors are officially open. We start September 1st, and we will be hitting the ground running. Ask a friend to ask a friend, tell a friend to tell a friend, maybe jump in this and do this with a friend together. Who knows? You quite literally have no idea how your life can change at the end of this 6 weeks, or how you can change at the end of the 6 weeks. And if you don't believe me, read the reviews and listen to what the ladies have to say. All right, y'all. Link is in the description below to join Cohort 3, Build Your First Options. I cannot wait to coach you and be in the room with you for these next 6 weeks. I am so excited. Grab your seat if you are ready. And until the next video, I will talk to you very, very soon. Bye.